G'day everyone, I just wanted to do a short introduction to, my boat build videos. So a little while ago we teased that I was going to build a boat, and I've just been waiting on the plans. They've arrived, so we can get that underway. Now, a lot of you found us as free-range sailing when we were sailing around Australia on a 30-foot sloop called Marul. We had big adventures on a small boat, and it looks like if I want to have a bigger adventure, the boat has to get smaller. So now we've got ourselves food self-sufficient on the property that we're at here down in Western Australia. So I've freed up a little bit of time and resources to build a boat because, as you might have guessed, I'm starting to miss the ocean again. Here's the plans. The boat that I'm planning on building is a Pathfinder. It's a gaff rig yawl. It's by New Zealand designer John Welsford, and I've included the links to his website where he talks about all of his current designs and offers the plans for sale. So you can find the link in the description to the video. I also want to thank Ross Barnett over at the Facebook group, the John Welsford Small Craft Design page. He's just let me use his photos of his Pathfinders, plural, until I build one of my own. So again, Ross, thanks very much. So this is an expedition dory. It can be trailered with the family car. It can be taken out. Doesn't have to be left in the water. It's only fairly small. But having said that, there's some of these designs getting around as high as Finland. Those high latitudes. Not to mention there's people sailing around the bottom of Africa, the bottom of Australia, all over New Zealand. Of course, they're all over the place. So they're actually, excuse me, they're actually quite an ocean-capable little vessel. And when I say little, let's just have a look at the vital statistics. The length is 5.25 metres, a beam of 1.95 metres. The jib has an area of 3.45 square metres. The main is 8.6 metres squared. The mizzen, this little sail at the back, is 3 metres squared for an estimated weight of 220 kilograms. So, not a massive vessel. I was attracted to this design by the sea kindly lines of the Pathfinder. They make her a smart looking little ship, and normally what you'll find is boats that look nice to our eye, those fine lines in a vessel, usually add up to quite a sea kindly design. So you can often go very well by the looks of a boat, how she's going to perform. I particularly like a gaff rig as well, because that allows for a shorter mast, less stress on the hull. They've sort of been proven through time. Maybe not the fastest rig, like when compared to some highly tuned Marconis and things like that, but that's okay. I like simple. One interesting design point that I'm looking at here is a sprit boom. So due to tension from the sail foot acting on the end of the boom, it allows us to do away with a boom vang or boom jack, whatever you want to call it. So that means that the main sheet, on Marul, the main sheet had to also pull down on the boom to prevent the sail from twisting. Obviously on a sprit boom you don't need to do that, so the main sheet is only just moving the sail and the sprit boom athwart ships. So you don't necessarily need such a strong main sheet there to be pulling down on the boom, which is nice. What else can we see here? So that yawl sail configuration, that gives a fair bit of versatility when the weather deteriorates. We're on the south coast of Western Australia, and it can get dangerous, it can get nasty really, really quickly here. So I do want options, in heavy weather if I get caught out. If you've been with us for a while and you've seen some of our videos where we're getting around in our little 30-footer, we like to we like to sail a boat fairly hard. So I do want those options. Any safer sail set that I can get in a storm is very, very welcome. I mean, you've got other advantages with yawls as well. It's not all about just safety. You've also got a very nice riding sail at anchor, and if you do want to just heave to, sort yourself out, reef early, whatever, anytime you just want to stop the boat and point it to weather, you can drop everything, and a yawl makes that possible. That mizzen's just out the back, acting like the flight on an arrow, which is very nice. What might not be apparent from these pictures is the hull is built around a flat bottom panel with a foiled centerboard. This means that these hulls do have the ability to plane and go faster than hull speed. Ross did get in touch and he said that his Pathfinders will do about 5 or 6 knots. That's very, very similar to our 30-foot sloop Marul, so it will have a similar range. I guess one of the benefits with a trailer sailor is that you can go to windward at 100 kilometres an hour, which will be a very nice change. So looking at the plans, the construction method for this is stitch and glue plywood around pre-cut frames and stringers. So I'll have to, the way this is done is you trace everything out onto plywood and you basically make your own kit. Many of you have watched us tackle fairly involved refits, so you know I bring a little bit of experience to this, but this is my first boat construction, so I'm sure there'll be some lessons to be learnt along the way. Look, I know that there's quite a few boats being built on YouTube, but this particular one, and it might not be for everyone, but this particular one, it's a project with a very modest cost, a very modest time to completion, and a modest space requirement. I'm not going to estimate my time to completion, but I want it to happen fairly quickly. Next summer, I want to be out there crashing around in this thing. So it's well within reach. Some people might be watching this and they might actually get inspired to build a boat of their own with their loved ones. I don't know, your wife, your spouse, your grandson, your granddaughter. I don't know who it is, but maybe you can get yourself into trouble as well. I don't want to be the only one. I'd like to hear in the comments from anyone that is doing a boat build, particularly if I'm going down the wrong path, or sometimes we get some very nice comments that we've inspired people to do some really great things. So that's always a nice part of our job. It is a job, what we do here. Alright, so I've received the plans, like I said, and I'll be assembling materials from here on out. If anyone knows in Western Australia, in the Perth area, or Bunbury, if you know of any inexpensive marine ply, softwood, any boat building materials, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to save a shekel or two if that's possible. I'll be starting laying out all the drawings to the correct size this week. So except for a break over Christmas, I'll be uploading a weekly video of the project. If you're already subscribed and you don't want to miss a step along the way, just make sure the little notification bell on your subscription is checked. If you're not subscribed, you can also obviously subscribe, but otherwise you're just going to have to check in on us on a regular interval, and we'll see how we go. But anyway, thank you very much if you're still with us from our free range sailing days. I'm really excited. I hope you're looking forward to it too, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments.